Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, and today we're going to talk about the differences with clutches and having problems with clutches. And on one of the videos that I didn't get too in depth because I really want to get to you guys, the do-it-yourselfers, or the guys that are just starting out. Simple tests that you can do to find out whether your clutch is the problem or if it's somewhere else. So let's start off by talking about PTO clutches. How are they different? Well, this one here is an Agora. It's triangle shaped, but it also is adjustable. You can do the air gap and tighten these down if they start to slip. These are non-adjustable that I know of. These are Warners. This has a pigtail on it with two wires coming out. One of the wires had a spade on it and it got broke. That's probably the problem with this clutch. This one here actually plugs in from the whip directly into it. So what are the common things that you see when you start having problems with your PTO clutch? You know, one of the biggest ones that I try to talk about because it happens a lot, and that is if your charging system is not putting out enough from the stator to charge your battery and it hasn't got enough to run the system, then a lot of times your PTO clutch will quit or it'll slow down because it's not getting 12 volts to the clutch. And we can test for that. You know, you can use a multimeter and with the machine running, take and pull the button up for the PTO and then just touch both spades to see if you're getting around 12 volts, okay? That's going to test to make sure that from the PTO switch to the clutch, you've got a good 12 volt, right? Because these run on 12 volt. If you get where it's less, then we need to start looking this direction, right? And you can ohm test these clutches. You know, you set a volt, you go to ohms, and if you're 2 or below, a healthy PTO clutch will read somewhere between 2 and 4 ohms, okay? If it's less than 2, good chances are the bearings are gone and she's shorted inside. But the biggest problem that I see out there is we're not doing diagnostic, okay? We're running to the clutch, ordering a new one on eBay or Amazon or at your local dealer, and you're trying to save yourself some money. And most times I find with my customers that have done that, they bought a clutch that they didn't need. And I can give you prime examples. If you can test the wire harness coming from the lawnmower to this, just unplug the PTO clutch and test it, see if you're getting a good 12 volt. Now I've seen it where it will do intermittent. And what do I mean by that? I mean the wire that's coming down through from the system, from the PTO switch, usually goes down and it goes through a hole and then down to the clutch, okay? And on and off, after a while, that will wear through the coating of the wire, right? And now you're hitting ground. And if you hit ground, it's going to stop everything right there. It's not going to work because you're not getting 12 volt to the system. The usual culprit on that is a 20 to a 30 amp fuse in your charging system. So one of the first things that we do when we have a customer come in saying that they have PTO clutch problems, that it's not running and working, we will get out the battery load tester, put that on the positive, put that on the negative, and when that lawnmower starts, it should be reading in the 12 volt range green, okay? But when it starts, it should climb up to 13, 14, and then gradually work its way back. If it's not moving, good chances are your charging system is screwed up somewhere. You know, it doesn't mean that your stator's bad on your engine that charges everything. No, it could be just simply an inline fuse. It could be a wire frayed that's coming out from the stator to travel through the regulator into your battery and your system. It could be an issue right there. So if you're doing a diagnostic, you're ruling things out, right? And that's where we start. We start with the cheapest and then work our way to the most expensive, okay? Now, some of the typical things that you're going to see when you start having a bad PTO clutch, especially if you have bearings going bad in these, and they do, I mean, is it'll actually stall the lawnmower. When you engage it, it's stalling it because that bearing is got into a pinch point and it's grabbing that shaft of your engine and it's killing it, right? It'll just stall right out. And then the other thing that I see when you're having issues with your PTO clutch, it might be going, is once you get into taller grass, the blades slow down. Now, that could also be a sign that we're having an issue with getting 12 volts to that clutch, okay? So if we start here with the PTO switch and then work our way down, follow the line, make sure there's no frays all the way to the clutch, and we've tested back and we got 12 volt, we've tested the PTO clutch and we've got between 2 and 4 ohms, that should be fine, okay? And the other thing, people don't understand how a PTO clutch works. And it's basically a electromagnetic apparatus. And all you're doing when you have positive and negative, this is a 12 volt jump start, okay? So one of the ways that we can test to see whether we're getting that the clutch is operating the way it should is simply by putting a wire on that end. It does not matter directional. So if you put the positive on one side, or as long as you put the other one on the other side, you get one that's got a good grip on it. All right, so like with this clutch, if you listen, you're going to hear that clutch engage. If I can get to it. So if it's doing that, that clutch is fine. Because the only thing that that's doing when it's down there on the lawnmower, right? You have bearings inside of here and it's free spinning inside that clutch. This clutch doesn't move. It's the bearings inside of it, okay? So when you're going right along and you got the engine revved right up, there's no resistance. You're not turning anything other than just the engine, right? And you're probably turning the drive belt. But the minute you pop that PTO clutch in, that has magnets and they come together and then they grab right a hold and they're holding onto your engine shaft that comes down through for dear life. And that's what spins everything up so you can start mowing. So the only test that you need to do on these is just simply that, just a 2-wire. Touch one on one and one on the other, and if you hear it go clunk, 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 then it's working fine. As well as if you test for ohms and it's between 2 and 4, it's fine, okay? Just means we got to look elsewhere. So in the comments, you guys that are running repair shops and even you do-it-yourselfers, what other things can we add to this video that would help the average guy out there try to solve what's going on with their PTO clutch? So on that note, you guys have a great day.